Mom poses for selfie, looks at photo and realizes she's not alone. She raced to turn on all the lights in her house. Then she grabbed her son's baseball bat and checked every room. Her heart was pumping. She had never been so terrified in her life. Gingerly, she checked every hiding place she could think of. No one was there, but if no one was there, then what could explain what she saw in the reflection of her new shades? Mom of 3 Sarah Medeiros was sending her boyfriend a picture of her new sunglasses when her heart jumped out of her chest. With her kids away at a birthday party for the day, she decided to treat herself to some much-needed retail therapy. She had just come back from a successful day out and was looking forward to a relaxing night in. It had been a while since Sarah had the house to herself. As a single, working mom, she often got carried away by her daily chores. But tonight, she'd get carried away by something else. Sarah had bought a pair of glasses she was still undecided on. They were expensive, so she wanted to get her boyfriend's opinion on whether she should return them or not. She put them on, grabbed her phone, and posed for a selfie. But just as she snapped the picture, she heard a strange noise. She turned. When she saw nothing, she shrugged and looked back to her phone. The picture was blurry, so she posed again. But what she'd capture this time would send her into a terrified frenzy. Looking at her photo, she gave herself her approval and sent it to her boyfriend. Then, she took off her shades and began to prepare dinner, completely unaware of what her photo captured. While she was cutting the vegetables for her meal, she heard a strange noise again. It was exactly like the one she heard before. And just like before, she shrugged it off, a decision she'd later come to regret. Sarah ate her dinner alone in her house. She was sitting in front of the TV with dimmed lighting and candles that tastefully created the peaceful atmosphere she longed for. It was dark outside. Her kids wouldn't need to be collected for another couple of hours. So she relaxed into her couch, embracing having the house to herself. But she didn't. It was around 9 p.m. by the time her boyfriend replied to her text. Normally, she would have been annoyed by his late reply, but what he said made her forget about everything. His text back read, "Who's there?" Confused, she asked him what he was talking about. He sent her photo back to her and zoomed in on the reflection in her sunglasses. She opened up the image and looked again. Her heart pounded as she soaked in the details of what looked to be human figures. She muted the TV. Suddenly, the strange noises she heard earlier were a lot more unsettling now. But the silence was deafening. Every creak or waft of air that drifted through open windows caught her breath. She was frozen. Was someone here? Her face paled as she looked around the room and back to the selfie on her phone. They looked like they were standing in this room. There were 2 or 3 of them. One child, one man, and possibly another in the background. She looked closely, perhaps it was just a weird capture of distorted light, but the image felt unyielding. Suddenly, she got up and raced to her son's baseball bat. She raced towards the lights and ran around the house, closing every window and checking every room before she could rule out one explanation. Gingerly, she checked every corner of the house, every closet. But no one was there, or so it seemed. And if no one was there, then what could explain the reflection in her frames? Sarah couldn't let it go. She needed an explanation for what she saw, so she studied the image again. This time, she made a chilling discovery. As she stared at the figures, she couldn't shake the feeling that they looked oddly familiar. It felt like she had seen them before. Suddenly, everything clicked. She knew exactly what she was looking at. Sarah was convinced that what she was a young boy spirit and a dark energy that a medium once said was attached to her. On a post to social media, she wrote, "I see 2 figures, a young boy standing on the left and a taller, kind of unsettling, figure on the right, side by side." She continued. "Now, I should mention that I believe in and am totally open to spirits, ghosts, entities, and all that goes along with them. I've been told by more than one spiritual psychic medium that I have a boy spirit attached to me and that there is also a dark energy attached to me as well. I've tried to blame the houses I was living in, but that dark energy and all its shadows and nightmares have followed me, so apparently, it's attached to me, not the houses. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's what's being reflected in the glasses, but seeing whatever it is as clearly as I do, sure scared the hell out of me." Her post got a lot of attention but very mixed opinions. Some agreed with Sarah and pleaded with her to seek help to make the entities go away. However, others were skeptical. They rationalized that the creepy reflection could be explained by lighting. One comment read, "People see what they want to see. I can't see what you see. It's just reflections, light effects. Sometimes the simplest explanations are best. But what do you think it is? What do you see in the reflection of Sarah's sunglasses?"